It's because of your video games. Most gamers have heard this line their entire lives. Bad grades, bad mood, bad behavior. Games get blamed for everything. They're accused of making people aggressive, distracted, and antisocial. But when scientists actually studied video games, the results were very different. The aggression myth. Let's start with the biggest fear. Video games are often blamed for rising aggression in society. But history doesn't support that idea. Violence existed long before video games. Entire eras were built on public punishment and warfare, without screens. Modern studies show that moderate gaming does not automatically increase aggression. In most cases, context, personality, and environment matter far more than games themselves. So if games aren't the root of violence, what do they actually change? Yes, games can be addictive. Here's where fear meets reality. Like anything that stimulates the brain's reward system, video games can lead to addiction, if abused. Excessive gaming may cause fatigue, sleep problems, anxiety, and physical discomfort in fingers, hands, or legs. But this isn't unique to games. The key factor is overuse, not the medium itself. Moderation changes everything, and that's where science starts to contradict popular myths. What shooters really do to the brain? Shooter games are often seen as the most dangerous genre, but research suggests something unexpected. Studies led by neuroscientist Daphne Bavelier and psychologists from the University of Toronto found that moderate shooter players learn new sensorimotor skills faster than non-gamers. Reaction speed improves. Visual attention sharpens. One study showed average reaction times dropping from about 200 milliseconds to around 120 milliseconds without loss of accuracy. Faster reactions don't mean worse judgment. They mean faster information processing. And shooters aren't the only genre with benefits. Puzzle games and memory. Let's talk about quest and puzzle games. Researchers at the University of California found that certain 3D games can temporarily improve memory. After 12 weeks of playing Super Mario 3D World, students showed a 12% improvement in episodic and autobiographical memory. The effect didn't last forever, about 6 months, but it was measurable and repeatable. This suggests games can train memory, at least for a period of time. Now let's move to the most complex genre, strategy games and cognitive flexibility. Strategy games demand planning, adaptation, and decision-making. Scientists from Queen Mary University of London and University College London tested this directly. 72 women volunteered for an experiment measuring cognitive flexibility, the ability to switch tasks and adapt to changing conditions. 2 groups played StarCraft. A third group played The Sims. After 6 to 8 weeks, the StarCraft players performed faster and more accurately on cognitive flexibility tests. The conclusion was clear. Strategy games can improve analytical thinking and learning from experience. So what do we have in the end? Video games don't automatically make people aggressive. They don't destroy attention by default. And they don't lower intelligence. When used in moderation, games can improve reaction speed, memory, and problem solving. The real danger isn't games themselves. It's fear replacing evidence.